Consistency wins things, there's no question about that. And I think, in fairness, our side has shown a good consistency this season. We've had a little blips here and there, but we all get them, you know. And I think the important thing is not to make as many as the rest, and hopefully you come out the right end of the tunnel. But I think the players have got their game pretty well consistent, and I think that's terrific to see.
Is it tinged with a little bit of disappointment after the result yesterday at Wembley?
Well, it's always disappointing to lose a semi-final, of course, but you know that you can't win them all, and you know I think that our targets are fairly obvious. So we have to win the league and hopefully get to Rome, and I think that's our targets.
You had to make some difficult management decisions in terms of your selection yesterday. I understand to an extent that was down to the pitch.
No, not entirely. I just felt that that Wembley is never blessed with scoring a lot of goals in any of the games, so I couldn't afford to go to extra time with my strongest side. We've got such a programme. We've got Wednesday's game, we've got Saturday, we've got Wednesday against Arsenal in the semi-final, and then we've got a lunchtime kick-off on Saturday after at Middlesbrough, then we have to go to the Emirates on Tuesday night. It's a big programme for us, and we have to manage that, and the best way to manage it is by using my squad.
Do you have to speak to the players at all in terms of trying to pick them up, or does the fact that they've got so much experience, a lot of these players, mean that that's not a problem? Well,
they've got the experience, but also they've got the incentives. They've got a massive game on Wednesday. That's priority for us, and we can look forward to that with a fresh team.
7 games to go now in the Premier League. How do you view the run-in? Is it going to go all the way, do you expect?
Well, it could. I think, you know, we've been used to that, and over the years I think we've gone to the last game 3 or 4 times to win it, and I'll be quite happy to do that again. You have to accept it in the Premier League as it is today, which is such a competitive league, and it's high intensity, that you can go to at the start of the season. You must think you can go to the last game of the season to win it, and I think that the great thing about the Premier League today is the standard has risen so high that you see the dominance. Well, not exactly dominance, but you see the impact we've made in the European Champions League. This year we've got 3 teams in it again. Last year we had an all-English final. The year before we had 3 English teams in the semi-final. And that shows you, that's a measure of the improvement in the Premier League. And it's such a competitive one now.
And mentioning Arsenal in the Champions League, you'll face them 3 times now between the end of the season because you've got them in the Premier League as well. When you face teams so often and you get so used to them and know the players and the managers so well, how difficult is it to try and get an edge somewhere along the line?
Well, I take it apart that you'll be playing 3 times. Even one game is in the present issue of Premier League games that it's hard enough. You know, I think what you have nowadays, because of sports science and the technology we have, there's nothing hidden in today's football teams. We know all about Arsenal, and they know all about us. There's not a thing we can hide from. Years gone by, you could hide the fact that there wasn't sports science, and you had to sort of a second guess about teams' performance in the previous game, how much yards they run, what was the tactical variations during games. Now we've got it all in video. You can assess it and analyse it as much as you like, and I think that gets away with all the secrecy of football. It's pretty open now.